What's going, guys? It's Death Monkey here. Today I'm going to be showing you how you go about getting a third person, or basically a more wider perspective of the entire Warzone 2.0 map called AL-MAZRAH. So all you need to do to get into the view I'm currently looking at now is you go into a private match, select free for all mode, then you just need to go into AL-MAZRAH Fortress, which is one of the maps, which is this one right here, in the menus. Make sure you guys set it to unlimited time and change the camera mode to free. Then you should be able to get into this mode I'm currently in now. Now, when you start the match, instead of choosing a class that you would normally just press circle. That will get you into the view that I'm currently looking at now. Now, as you guys can see, we're currently at AL-MAZRAH Fortress, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think is on the south side of the map. And we're going to take a look at all the other areas of AL-MAZRAH in this video. So if you do find this video interesting, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you hit the notification bell so it's an upload. And without further ado, let's get into this. So, like as I just said, we're currently at if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the south end of the map. And behind us here, as you guys can see, we're going to go. I think we're going to do this in a counterclockwise direction. So over here, first of all, is the map that goes by the name of Airport in-game, but within that we can also find the multiplayer map Terminal. So that's really interesting there. So if you just give me 1 second, I'm just pulling up my map on my computer here with all the POIs. So, as I've mentioned, we've got the airport here, which looks pretty cool if I do say so myself. Right here we've got the air traffic control tower. Now, I was taking a look at this air traffic control tower from a certain angle, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is more or less around here. Now, I was looking at this, and do you guys think that reminds you of the air traffic control tower from Verdansk? Let me know in the comments box down below. You can see we've got a plane that's readied inside the hangar down there. We've got another plane right here, which is interesting. Now, if you make your way down to this location, this is still within the airport. Make your way inside. Now, you will notice a few of the textures are not rendered in properly. But you will notice, if you look very carefully, these are the escalators towards like the main terminal area. Got like a little sniper chill out spot there. This round here, you can see we've got like I think it's like a taco joint or something like that in the background there. And through here you'll normally find like the runway, if you will, or the walkway that goes between the 2 points. And over here, where this building it more or less is, you would normally find the plane. Now, of course, if you actually paid attention to the video I caught next, you will notice that the plane is actually missing. Now, we don't know why this is, but it's really interesting to see what's actually gone on there. Now, I think this, if I'm not mistaken, would be like the shop. If you remember the shop, or gift shop that used to be around this area. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have to do some checks here. This will be the other end of that walkway, and down here will be like oh, sorry, it's right here. So down here will be like the gantry way to where the plane would be. So the gift shop is this building right here, right in front of me. So that's really interesting there, guys. Again, I want to know what you guys thought of that in the comments box down below. So over here, I wish I could go a bit faster than the way I'm going right now, but as you guys can see, we're just going over the top of the terminal building, or the airport area now, and as you guys can see, we've got like a little area called Akhtar Village, I'm told. So Akhtar Village is a rather large scale map. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, is this in co-op, but we've got like a little water tower there. We've got like a really long, some sort of brownish coloured building. Interesting to see. I'll be coming back to these mountains in a bit. We've got like a big, large yellow steel bridge there. We've got a couple of billboards on the side of the these roads, you can see how much work they've gone through and while doing this. I think this area is called Al-Shirim Pass, or somewhere around here. It's Al-Shirim Pass. Over here we've got, I'm gonna have to double check this. I think this might be marshlands. I'll have to confirm that. So over here we've got, I think it's either Al-Shirim Pass or marshlands, so that's going to be interesting to check out. Now, apparently I have not managed to find high-rise yet. I'm going to have to, I wish I could go a bit faster than the speed I'm currently going at. I've had a look in the settings and I can't seem to find anything, sadly. But it's interesting to see how much work they've actually gone through here to actually complete this map. I'm going to see if I can fly upwards here a bit, guys. Just give you a bit more of a top-down view, if you will. Now, I don't want to go too outside the map. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm somewhere in the northeast corner here. So, down here, I'm shimming down that area down there. I think it might be AL-MAZRAH City. So so far we've gone through the fortress, airport, Akhtar village, Al-Shirim Pass, marshlands. I think we're on the approach to AL-MAZRAH City. I think I may have gone too far outside the map here, I feel. So I can't get a full-on image of the actual map itself in-game. But I'm going to try and get as much footage as I possibly can here for you guys. So, down here, I'm going to have to do some further checks on this. This might be AL-MAZRAH City. So, as you guys can see, we've got tons upon tons of buildings. Now, I'm going to see if I can quickly identify high-rise, which I believe is that skyscraper in the distance there. We've got like some sort of, I won't say infinity bridge, but you can see that big loop. What appears to be like somewhat a similar sort of loop that you associate with Wembley Stadium in the UK, but obviously without the stadium, if that makes sense. Got tons of motorways, bridges. Going from the knowledge available to me, we believe this road I'm currently flying over at the top of, at this present moment goes around the entire map, which is interesting to see. Now over here, so I've been informed, is high-rise. Now fun fact, high-rise, unlike the original map back in the day, there is usually a helicopter that spawns on this helipad in the middle of your screen. Now in the original map you can use it, but in this one you can. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays a part in Warzone 2.0 in AL-MAZRAH. I've got more really high-rise buildings. Interesting to see. I'm going to have to double check if I'm heading in the right direction here. But further up, we've got Tarak Village and Rohan Oil. So hopefully it shouldn't be that far away. I'm trying to find buttons to find myself, see if I can make myself go quicker, but I can't. But you can see how much detail they've actually gone through into doing this. I obviously can't wait to see what they do with the final finished product. So it should be interesting to find out exactly what they do here. So over here we've got Tarak Village, which I think is this area right here, in the middle of the screen. And Oasis, which I think is somewhere over that direction. So Tarak Village, I'm sure most of you guys recognise some parts of this area. Now, of course, within Tarak Village is, if you've ever played the ground mode map Tarak, you'll find somewhere in the vicinity is the multiplayer map Rust. Now, I'll see if I can find it here for you guys, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's this area right here. So for those who are multiplayer map Call of Duty OG fans will recognize Rust, which is this area right here. Now, like I say, guys, this area is not rendered fully until the full launch of the game, but as you guys can see, that is confirmed to be in the map. So I'm just going to make my way a little, I think I'm going northwest, and we'll find Oasis. Now, I'll be surprised if anyone's got any gameplay down there, but it should be interesting to see. Now, apparently, there is Quarry in the side, Quarry as well as Afghan. Now, hopefully, we'll be able to find this later on in a few minutes. Now, Oasis, I don't think has any, what's the word? POI, known POIs that I know of anyway. I have no idea which way I'm going off in here right now. I wish I had some sort of large frame map, but and I wish I could move a bit faster. But for some reason, I've seen other people can, but I haven't quite nailed out that setting yet. So you can see how much detail they've actually done by going into this. So it'll be interesting to see how many people start sniping from like these sand dunes, or I'm not exactly sure what. Oh, I was wondering what they were. So that's really interesting there. Now I'm not exactly sure if I'm heading in the correct direction here, but we should be able to find Rohan oil. Now I was taking a look around. I think this might up here might be Oasis. So I'm thinking, if I'm not mistaken, this little lake on that little lake in the background there might be Oasis. So that's interesting there. Rohan oil, which if I'm not mistaken, I think is these set of buildings here, as well as those 3 funnels over there. So Rohan oil, which is an interesting fun fact. If you've ever played the map Crown Raceway, aka Marina Bay Grand Prix, you'll notice that a few of the signs there actually do have Rohan oil on. So that's interesting to see there. Can't wait to see how this plays a part. Now, probably for my first drop, I would like to head towards Quarry, or if not, maybe the caves, which is where we're going to head to in a moment. I think, I'm not sure if I'm exactly heading in the correct direction here, but I wish I had my compass up. So apologies if it's taken a little bit of time to get there, but I've tried messing around with my settings and I can't seem to quite nail down exactly which setting it is I've enabled, even though I've maxed all of them out to the best quality. So if anyone else manages to find any ways of speeding up this camera, again, let me know in the comments, guys. I'll see if I can get you guys some faster gameplay. But I think this could potentially be Quarry that I'm heading towards now. So I'm pretty sure most of you Call of Duty fans will probably recognize Quarry. The only big difference is there's water in the middle of the map. Now, Quarry didn't have any water whatsoever back in the day. I don't think there was any swimming involved, actually, which is probably why there was no water in it. But some people may recognize this crane right here in the middle of the water in this case. You can see those big couple of drums. You probably recognize it more from, if I get the angle right, maybe this angle right here. You can see you've got like the little gangway there between the 2 buildings. You can see how much they've actually done with this. So that's really interesting to see. Now, I'm going to see if I can make my way over to the caves. I'm going to get my bearings here. I think it's this way. I'm heading towards the water? No, don't, hang on. Just try and get my bearings here. Apologies, guys. It'll tell you what, it would be so much easier if we actually had my compass on, but for some reason I decided not to enable it. So I'm a little bit upset about that. So, as you guys can see, we're heading towards the caves here. And we're making my way to port over in a moment. Now, apparently, I haven't quite spotted it yet, but caves actually just contain the map Afghan, which was the code name, I guess you could say, for this POI. Now, I'll be honest with you, Afghan, you might not be able to find it here, but I'll see if I can do my hardest to find it. You probably won't recognize Afghan in this quality of gameplay, but see if I can find it. I'm hoping that sorry, not Quarry, Afghan, where are you? Managed to find a small town, that's what I found. Okay, is this real? I'm gonna have to double check if this is caves. Hang on, is this it? Wish I could go down a little bit faster than this, personally. So I'm going to double check this. No, it just doesn't feel right, this bit. So I can assure you that Afghan is in this map. I may have missed this. If I manage to find it, guys, I'll annotate on video. But I know it's somewhere within this facility. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to make our way over to the port. Now I'm going to have to get my directions right here. So get my bearings. I think port's over in this direction. So if we follow these metallic beams, we should be... I think I may have called this wrong here a bit, but right, so over to our left we've got Saeed City, which I'll come back to in a moment. But first of all, we're going to check out port. And after this, we've got Saeed City, Cemetery, Sour Village, Seraph Bay. Then we're going to check out the observatory and hydroelectric. So over here, you'll notice we've got, of course, a port area, a typical port. I don't think this looks anything like the port from Verdansk. However, I think there were quite a few ships, if I'm not mistaken, in Verdansk, but are not the same ships in this map. So over here, you'll notice that I bet you're all wondering why am I going to this specific ship. Now, some people may be fans of, if you're OG fans of Call of Duty, you may remember there was a map called Shipment, which has been remastered a few times. Now, it's been noticed that Shipment is actually in this map as well, albeit in a more open plan area. Now, if you look at these containers in the middle of the screen, in like a square shape with a line, like a cross through it, if that makes sense. Those set of containers, the 4 across the top red ones, and that red on the right, and 3 white ones in the middle. And of course, a fair container on each corner, that is shipment. Now, we believe shipment could potentially be a smaller portion of another map, I think went by the name of Wetworm. So I want to know what you guys' thoughts of that, guys. Again, let me know in the comments. We're just going to make our way over the port, and then we're going to head towards Saeed City. Now, Saeed City contains the ground war map of this, more or less of the same name, called Saeed. Some people may recognize that with the shopping mall as one of the spawn areas, and I think the other one, I'm just gonna see if I can do a little flyover past it. Then once we've done that, we're going to make our way over to Observatory, which will be one of the last 2 points of interest we're going to. So as you guys can see, this is the other end. So you can see you've got the gas station on the right hand side, we've got the 3 buildings, where I think, I'm going to have to get this right way around, I think it might be point A and point B. So point B is in that middle black building. Point A is in that grey building with like the billboard on the top. Now over here we've got the other spawn area. So we've got like the what I think it's technically as a shopping welcome to like whatever shopping mall sign. Got a big shopping mall, and I think this is the other end of the map. So you can see got point D in that skyscraper there, and point E in this bottom left corner here, and point C is somewhere in the middle there. So that's really interesting. Now across the water we're going to head towards the cemetery. I'm hoping I'm going in the right direction here. So I don't want to go too much weird into this, but I'm not really a huge fan of cemeteries. No disrespect to, of course, anyone else who's there. What I would like to know is if I ever happen to get some gameplay there, guys, on this map, it'd be interesting to see if there's actually any names inscribed on any of the headstones. But could potentially be a teaser in the future for Call of Duty, but we'll have to wait and see on that. I'm going to head towards the coastline a bit here, and we're going to find Sour Village. Now, Sour Village, I don't think has got any known POIs from previous Call of Duties in there, but if I do manage to identify any, I'll annotate on screen, and I'll let you know in the pinned comment. So, Sour Village, it's pretty alright from what I can gather so far. I think Sour Village might be the main part of this building right here in the middle of the screen now. So, that's interesting to look at. You will notice, if you go around the ports that I forgot to mention about, there's actually also some boats, some shipwrecked boats and ships. Now, the only shipwrecked boat or ship from the previous Call of Duty that we know of is either Wetwork, which was more... It wasn't shipwrecked per se, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens with that. Vodyanoi, of course, from Verdansk, got shipwrecked and marooned onto the... Is it the current map that we're currently playing on Warzone 1.0? Is it the... Yeah, oh yeah, it was... I think it got shipwrecked onto Verdansk. I think the two ships on Rebirth Island were not marooned. They were just happened to be there, I suppose. I'm gonna have to double check this. I think this might be Sarif Bay, but let me just confirm that. I'm not exactly sure where we are on the map right now, but over here, I'm assuming might be. This could potentially be Sarif Bay. I'm sure most of you guys will probably recognise this area of the map. We've got the terminal all the way over there. So yeah, this will be Sarif Bay. Interesting to look at. Now I'm just going to do a quick 180, and over here we've got Observatory. Now within Observatory there is a Modern Warfare 3 map. I'm sure you guys will all remember it. Dome. And Dome is this smaller area over here we're currently heading towards now. And Dome was a classic Modern Warfare 3 map. You can actually play this map properly, in proper quality, if you have played one of the cooperative missions where you have to defend waves of enemies around the Dome itself within certain locations. So that should be interesting to play there, guys. Is it... Hang on, is it double check? Is it the right dome I'm looking at? I think I may have called the wrong dome here. That's not what dome looks like. I wish I could move a bit faster. Come on. You can see how much detail has gone into this. I'll have to double check which one's the correct dome. But that's really interesting there, guys. So we're just going to quickly finish this off by going down towards hydroelectric. Just make sure I'm heading in the right direction here. Try to put 2 plus 2 together here. Hang on a second here, guys. Rohan oil we need to be heading towards, more or less. And hydroelectric should be... Basically what we're looking for is an area with a waterfall in the middle of it. Causing us up as a hydroelectric dam. Ah, here we go. So hydroelectric is this area right here that I'm flying towards now. You can see we've got like some running water going down one of the dams. So that looks really interesting there, guys. I think we've pretty much covered the area of AL-MAZRAH, guys. So what you guys' thoughts are, let me know in the comments box down below. Hope you guys found this video rather interesting. Now I'm just going to see if I can get a image from top down of the map itself, is what I'm aiming to do right now. Now don't forget here, guys, AL-MAZRAH does release on November 16th. There'll be some, from what I understand, there'll be some content creators and YouTubers who will be playing this mode early, as well as DMZ, which is the other mode they get to play this map on, or this mode on. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen with that. So I'm going to see if I can get a decent view of the map here for you guys. I apologise about the glare of the sun in the game. I can't find any way of making amendments to that. Now, a little bit gutted that I couldn't manage to find Afghan in the map, so I apologise about that. I think it's just due to the quality of the textures at the moment. But hopefully, once the full release of the game has happened, then that'll most likely be one of the first places I'll drop. So, again, I want to know what you guys' thoughts are. Let me know in the comments box down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button. Don't forget the notification bell to stop us seeing more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace out.